So what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday the 13th. Yeah, I wanted to drop a little video in here just to maybe vent a little bit about Paramount as far as their releases of Friday the 13th, and then talk about a full house of custom Friday the 13th releases that I really love. So what are we waiting for? Let's go.
But I'm going to give it to you straight about Jason. His body was never recovered from the lake after he drowned.
Camp Crystal Lake is jinxed. It's got a death curse.
Some folks claim they've even seen him.
What are you doing on this mess?
The girl who survived that night at Camp Blood, that Friday the 13th, she claimed she saw him.
Boy, is he dead too?
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. That's me right there on the sign, JeffMan316 Live. That's where you and I join up right here, usually Sunday nights around 9 p.m. Eastern. We watch along to a movie, talk about pop culture, talk about physical media, talk about Friday the 13th. Yeah, I've got some custom Friday the 13th Blu Rays here, and I'm going to tell you the reason that I have these. Now, this is just a quick little video, obviously, to talk about something on Friday the 13th to celebrate the horror holiday with each other. So hopefully you're going to enjoy some Friday the 13th content, and I'm going to enjoy one of these. So Paramount over the years has really, treated Friday the 13th as almost like the redheaded stepchild. They really loved it at first because of how much money it was generating, but almost seems like they felt like once the MPAA went after them, with part 7, 8, and so forth, it's almost like they got to the point where they were embarrassed to have it, but they weren't embarrassed to make that money, during the first, 3 to 4 films were they, but to keep pumping them out. But as it went along, they finally, got tired, and then they sold the rights off, and then it went into New Line Cinema, and then we got some other movies. But one of the parts that I always hated was you never got like fully uncut versions of the movies on media. We did get Friday the 13th, the first one, uncut, and there's not a lot to it. You get the famous scene with Kevin Bacon, the extended neck cutting scene with, with the spear through his neck. And it's not a lot else in there, just a little bit. But quite a bit was cut out from some of the other movies. And I know they did give us DVDs with those scenes added to it, but they really haven't done much. And then they're milking the fuck out of the 4K releases. So you get the first, 4 movies on Steelbook on Blu-ray, then you get the first one in 4K, and then you get the first one in a 4K Steelbook, then you get the second one in the Paramount Scares 4K set, and now they've released that separate. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get a Steelbook of that one. Then they're going to milk the third one, then they're going to milk the fourth one, and then when all the Paramount ones are released, then you get another box set of all just the 4K releases. But that still doesn't give you everything you want. So one of the cool things you can do is I don't like promoting bootleg movies, but if you don't get what you want from the distributor or the producer, sometimes that's what you have to do. And if you're a fan and you want to experience movies in a different way, sometimes that's what you have to do, because some content creators out there are being very creative. So I'm not going to promote where I bought these, but once you see them, you'll probably know where they came from. And if you're a member of any of the horror groups on Facebook, or specifically Friday the 13th groups, you'll know where these came from. If you ask me on the side, I'll tell you, but I'm not going to promote it here on the channel. But I'll give you an example. They've made multiple cuts of, this person has, of Halloween, with the first 2 movies. And when I saw this, I thought it was very neat. They took Friday the 13th part 3 and 4, and they cut them together as the final cut, is what this Blu-ray is called. And look, they even put the third one and fourth posters in the eyes of the hockey mask. Now, the other cool thing about it is they got it where you can reverse the artwork. This is obviously the artwork for part 4. They got the artwork from the mask for part 3 on the other flip side. And then the movies, though, are burned. So you have to be able to do, if you can play manufactured on demand movies, you can play these. So what is the final cut of 3 and 4? You get part 3 and 4 seamlessly merged together. 3 into 4, incorporating deleted scenes to include more gore per kill. The final cut also restores the alternate ending, which up until now was missing the audio track. So they get a little creative with that as well. So a really awesome way to watch Friday the 13th, the 3 and 4 together. And then Friday the 13th Part 6 is probably my favorite one of the series. It may be because I went to the theater to see it, but they got this one that's pretty creative. Jason is going to kill you. The Evil Never Dies cut. So this is the Evil Never Dies cut. Jason lives Friday the 13th Part 6. Nothing this evil ever dies. So you get the Evil Never Dies cut, includes the original death scenes that were cut by the MPAA. This is the ultimate version of the classic Friday the 13th film, presented in 1080p with remastered sound and picture. Looks good. It's not going to look perfect when they put the deleted scenes back in there, but it's nice to be able to watch them merge together without having to go to the deleted scenes and watch them separate. So we got something similar with Friday the 13th Part 7, the Camp Blood cut of Part 7, but this time he's met his match. It says on Friday the 13th, Jason is back, but this time he's met his match. So if you want to watch this, another thing you could also watch is Roseblood. Peter Anthony's continuation of Part 7. But this one you get the Camp Blood cut. All of the original death scenes were cut by the MPAA. This is the ultimate version, so it's merged back in there. So I didn't even show you the other one. Does the other one have reversible cover artwork? Let me look. It does. So it basically takes the Part 6 poster and makes that. But I used this one on the outside because I like that one better. It almost looked like a wanted poster. So sorry about that. So Part 7 does the same thing. It takes the artwork, the original poster artwork on the inside, and then, but I'm using this artwork obviously to be different because it's a custom. So it doesn't end there. Part 8. Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, the I Love New York cut. Now, I remember going to the theater, watching a movie, and coming out, and they had put up the poster for Friday the 13th, Part 8, and it looked like this. This was what the original poster was going to be, and because was going to get sued by New York, they pulled it. So to have a copy that's got the I Love New York poster artwork on it is awesome. So this is the I Love New York cut, includes all the deleted scenes and the alternate ending. So if you're not aware of that alternate ending, it's kind of weird, with that big mouth with Jason in it. But the artwork for the original movie is used on the inside. So what a way, man. You can get 3, 4 seamlessly, then you can get 6, 7, and 8. So obviously, I don't know if they've got anything for Part 5, but I didn't see it, but to round it off, this isn't technically Friday the 13th, but it does have Jason. Freddy versus Jason, the winner takes all, the winner kills all edition. Even a killer has something to fear. So it's over 20 minutes of horrifying deleted scenes and features a heart-stopping alternate ending and never before seen opening, sure to haunt your dreams. So then it's pretty much got this one. I couldn't decide which one. You should let me know. Would you guys show that cover, or would you show this one? Now that I'm looking at it, I'm actually thinking that I'm going to reverse that and use the one with his knives and the hockey mask. And let me put it in there and you can see it. So what do you think of that? So that's kind of cool. So there's ways that you can watch these movies uncut without waiting for Paramount to to get off the pot with what they're doing. So there's 5 options there of movies that you could watch, alternate versions of your favorite Friday the 13th movies, or Freddy vs. Jason on Friday the 13th to celebrate the holiday. So do you own any customs, or anything like that, or do you like fan films of Friday the 13th? If you were going to watch an alternate version of a movie or one of the other ones, if you don't want to just sit down and watch just the standard fare over again on Friday the 13th, considering we got 3 Friday the 13th this year, which one would you watch? And of these, which one sounds the most interesting to you? So put all that in the comments down below, and I'm going to let you go. This was really quick. I want you guys to have a happy Friday the 13th. Before you sign out, make sure you drop a like on the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the normal YouTube stuff. I love you guys. Look for all my information in the description down below. I'm not going to shill in this video. I really want you to support the channel, and I want you to support Friday the 13th, and let's keep horror and physical media going. Until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.